Welcome back, everyone. It's December 28th, 1941, and we're here with another episode of Alphabet Command, our co-op game versus AndyMac. It looks like we're probably going to see a Port Moresby invasion this turn. AndyMac is being aggressive and moving fast. A Port Moresby invasion in December, in my experience, is a little bit earlier than I expected it, I should say. Not early, and that's a bad thing for the Japanese player. The Japanese player usually wants to move as quickly as possible so that they can take bases before they have time to really set up their defenses, and that looks like what he's doing. I did create some PT boats in the Hex to disrupt the invasions, and it looks like they do place a torpedo on one of the... more than one of the defending ships, so they've done their job here, which is great news. Probably going to get cleaned up by these escorts, but still nicely done by these PT boats to do, looks like, damage to 3 of the ships. Actually, it doesn't look like we lose any. Oh, no, just 2 torpedo hits, but still, great job there on these valuable AKs. These are not ex-AKs, but actually military transports. It's always good to damage those, and he does lose some troops. So I think I have a second task force as well of PT boats here. Let's see if they react too. Doesn't look like it. Oh, here they are. This time it's a surface task force they run into. Looks maybe like a bombardment task force. It's like 4 heavy cruisers plus some destroyers. I think we're gonna have a little rougher time here with these. Oh, luckily they don't hit any of our ships, so our PT boats survive at least one more day. On to the night search phase, night strike phase. Doesn't look like anything flies tonight. And we're going to be on to some naval phases here. Bombardment of Port Moresby. So I did pull out most of my planes to Townsville last turn. It looks like that may have been a good idea. There's still a lot of damaged planes on the ground, but the flyable stuff I picked up and moved, at least my stuff. There may still be some American planes at the base. Port Moresby does have good coastal defense, and we're going to see, I think, some strong performance by those guns today, I hope. See how this bombardment went. Yeah, just a couple of hits on them, and honestly doesn't do a lot of damage to our runway. They did have a spotter. I would have expected a little bit more damage from this bombardment, but I'm not going to complain. It's possible that they wasted some of those shells on my PT boats. I bombard Kandari, just trying to mess up some of the planes there. I don't have spotters for them. These cruisers do not carry float planes, so yeah, the damage is very, very light. Not really worth it. Oh, and I lose another one of those Dutch destroyers. Ouch. The damage of them was very high. I kind of expected to, but still, it's not fun to see. onto the naval day phase. Looks like one of those AKs is pretty badly damaged. Unfortunately, our PTs don't engage it there. Back with that surface task force. No combat takes place. Oh, and there is a Japanese submarine right off the coast of Karachi. Takes out one of our unescorted AKs. That's not good. We're going to have to put some ASW and get some escorts there. It's not a place that I always escort ships. Not all the time does the Japanese player operate so far away from a Japanese base, but with their subs. But obviously AndyMac is doing that. I'm going to have to adjust my shipping appropriately. Fudrion misses, unfortunately. ASW action, we have not been able to land any depth charges on these subs off the Pacific Northwest. Oh, yeah. And it takes out that AK for sure there. That's sad. 110 tries to land a torpedo at Johnson Island. Just takes 5 hits for its trouble. And sub-attack at Bathurst on the ASW patrol, which again does not manage to land any hits, sadly. That's so strange. They sweep Quangchowan, and one of my AKLs sinks. Odd. I've never seen that happen before, where a sweep makes a ship sink. Bombing goes in at Quangchowan. I do have some cap here. It's not really cap. It's training units there to try to avoid the sweeps but engage the bombers, and they, I guess, do okay. We don't really take much damage and do take out a Betty. More bombing at Guam here. Yeah, the problem with doing this training thing is that it's super unreliable, as we see that these Bettys come in and no planes rise to meet them. And again. And because of that, we take some damage on the ground. Yeah, lose a plane. Some bombing over Clark. 2 Sallies go down. The Philippines have some good AA early game in Focus Pacific, and so these bombing runs can be a little bit deadly if you're not careful as Japanese. Sallies go after Medan. We do have Cap there to meet them. Only take out a couple of his bombers. I don't know why this game, but I'm not having the greatest luck with my my planes engaging his bombers for an extended period of time. Usually they can take out more before they have to land, so I'm not sure if it's a setting that I'm doing wrong or if it's something AndyMac is doing differently, but in any case, it's meant that I haven't been shooting down as many bombers as I'd like. Some Dutch bombers find them 0 cap, and that's not going to go well for them. I think this is the cruiser task force that we tangled with earlier. These Falcons make it through. It is that cruiser task force. But sadly, we're not able to land any bomb hits. Still bombing southeast of Maine. Still going after this big stack heading west from Chiang Mai. Just doing very light damage again, just trying to keep it in combat mode instead of move mode. Slow it down to allow us more time to get our troops into position. Sphere storms in this hex prevent us from doing any damage. Another raid here on Pearl Harbor. Doesn't do any damage, and I bet he's lost a flak. A little bit stuffed up today, so if I'm a little bit more nasal than usual, that's why. Carriage Task Force at Sinkawang right now tries to put a torpedo in this fleeing ship from Hong Kong. Up it misses, thankfully. Pretty small strike. I think it tells me that there's not much there. I think we'll probably see that invasion of Port Moresby in the afternoon phase, or the evening phase. Yeah, more bombers come in, they run into those zeros, do not get through. And there's cap over the invasion task force, of course. More bombing at Medan. Again, we're not able to take out too many bombers. Take out one. This time, the AKL takes a hit, probably won't make it to Singapore. Lots of damage going on. Here's that invasion task force. He does have a battle cruiser in the invasion task force, so that will soak a lot of hits, but it looks like we are trading pretty well with that light cruiser, messing it up a little bit. Yeah, and yeah, doing a lot of damage with these guns. Wow, yeah, some good hits there on his invasion task force, but not doing as much damage to the actual troops as I'd like. Landing at Wake, landing more troops at Wake, which he needs to do, but the coastal guns, of course, doing some damage. I wonder how many troops got off at Port Moresby. We're going to have to see. Bombards at Johor Bahru, of course, has overwhelming force there, and these troops will retreat to Singapore probably pretty shortly. Mary holds on another turn despite 2-to-1 odds. And we're still bombarding at Clarkfield. Hopefully we get those good results that we've been getting the past few turns. Still a lot of AV here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7 full divisions here at Clarkfield. That's a lot of troops. We have divisions as well, but our divisions, these infantry divisions from the Philippines, are really only half-strength divisions. They're really more like brigades than anything else. Maybe regiments, but I'd say brigades. Not quite as many as last few turns, but still outsized casualties there, which is great to see. Again, Evoken keeps bombarding at Wake. I don't think that's a good idea. It's just costing him men and supplies. Una falls. Expected that. Zamboanga hangs on. And that's it for the turn. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the Discord. Take care.